Welcome, Knicks fans. I try to be as flamboyant as Victor does on his show, but I got the Knicks Fans Brasil here talking with diehard Knicks, and he's actually from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and he's just as much of a diehard Knicks fan as I am, and the rest of you guys, man. So I'm glad to have him on the show. Also, his partner Bruno, who is his translator, he'll be on in a little while. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. This is the diehard Knicks intro, and let's start the show. Bruno. Nah, that's not Bruno. This is Victor. So that's a joke for everyone here because they're here to see Victor, and I just said Bruno's names first. So this is Mr. Victor. How you doing, Victor?
I'm fine, man. It's a great honor come to your channel, talk with Americans about the Knicks Fans Brasil, about me, about Bruno. It's a great honor, man.
Hey, listen, it's a great honor for me too because you let me be the first one. So I feel a lot of pressure, because
The,
me and you
the
talk.
first,
We talk in the behind backstage in the green room. We talk. It's yap yap
yes,
yap yap yap. You speak Portuguese, I speak English, and we just yap 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 yap. Like we said, like we were saying before in when we talk to each other that orange and blue is a universal language. You know.
I remember ever about this. You said, you say this, in our channel, and I stay in my mind, and I remember ever about this
Yeah.
language, como é que é? Universal language,
Yeah.
origin and blue.
Yeah, man. So listen, that's my gift to you. You could use that as much as you want. So his the actual Bruno. This is the real Bruno right here. Here he comes.
Ah,
There's Mr. Bruno.
great.
I'm gonna
All
switch you
right,
guys up. I'm
man.
gonna put myself here at the
Hey,
bottom.
Bruno.
All right, I gotta get rid of this too. I got too much stuff on here on the screen here. Too many pictures there. So let's get this out of here. So Mr.
Ah,
Bruno, how you doing,
great.
man?
Oh, good, man. Very good.
I see you.
Better now with you guys.
Okay. I see you dressed for the occasion. Got the NYC on the
Eru,
side there.
Eru,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruno, it's my superhero in my channel.
Oh,
It's a
Yeah.
translate, your talk with Brazilians, man. My superhero.
Yeah, man.
thank you a lot.
Yeah, for those that are not familiar with them, this is Knicks Fan Brazil. So this is like the number one channel in Brazil, talking exclusively about the Knicks, which is incredible to me. This is which makes me excited to talk to them. So shout out to Victor, on the side here. He's the normal co-host, but Mr. Bruno is actually the translator, man. So this is a dynamic duo here, superheroes from Brazil. Glad to have you guys on, man. So
Oh, yeah, man.
so
Yeah.
my first question for you guys, man. For both of you guys, how did you become a Knicks fan all the way from Brazil? Because look, this is Google Maps. You see that? You see how far? That is a
So
long
far
way.
away. So far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, man. That's a 12-hour flight, right? Nonstop is 9 hours and 25 minutes.
Wow. Uh,
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
so far away.
Yeah, yeah.
you
Bruno,
you
you
want to start,
first,
maybe?
man.
Okay. Yeah, man. This is fun because when I started to follow basketball, watching a lot of people talking about Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Lakers, all the guys talk so much about this, and for me, this kind of vibe, you understand, the popular team or the popular player is not what I really looking for. So it was complicated for me because all the guys said, "Oh, with a Lakers jersey, talk about the Lakers, try to copy the the Kobe movement, and I saw, yeah, man, this is not for me, and I'm looking looking for something to become a fan and this type of things. And actually, I started because laterals pretty well, and when I
Ah,
started, I saw he once, and I thought, yeah, man, maybe this team, and a lot of people talking about the Knicks, a lot of channels. For example, movie series, all the team, all the series show the guys cheer for the Knicks, and I saw on Latrobe pretty well. And I entered to play basketball, and the guys said, "Oh, Kobe, Kobe, oh, Kobe." When they scored, they said, "Oh, Kobe, I'm a Kobe," or something like that. And I get the ball, and I run for the layup, and the guy blocked. I said, "Oh, yeah, nothing here." This type of things. And I said, okay, 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 give me the ball again. And I get the ball, and I did a movement and a score. I said, oh, yeah, man, I'm laterals pretty well. This type of things. And I started, and at this point, and I never changed my mind. And this point, I'm a Nick fan.
yeah. So now you're my best friend now. You're my best friend because that's the reason why I follow the Knicks. I'm from New York, so it's easier for me to gravitate, to the Knicks. It's easier, but just a simple fact, like I go back to Bernard King for me, so Bernard King and Rory Spiral, these are a little older players. So just watching them, these are people that I never heard of. The Knicks weren't that good, but just listening to Marv Albert on the radio and that type of thing, it just makes me, it just makes me like happy to cheer for these guys. Hopefully that they can, go to where they want to go. So, that's where the love for the Knicks stands for, man. But it's not my show. This is on your guys' show. So, Victor, what about you?
But
Edu, first, Bruno in our channel was the first Nick fan talk about this, né? In our channel has a como é que fala, Bruno? Quadro has a
oh,
playlist.
yeah, I have one part on the channel when we create the Victor create follow Nick fans here. It's just speak Nick friend and Nick fans, and he opened the space for us talk about the Knicks and say how we become a Nick
The
fan.
first.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, the researcher.
No, it's very curious, man. Very cool. I will try, okay, talk with you, everybody in English, né?
Mhm.
Bruno, help me, né? So I can't. Bruno, help me. But we'll be better, né, Eru? We make it, né?
Yeah, no problem. I
Interview,
can't wait to hear your story. I can't wait. You know.
né? No, don't problem, don't problem. So. I become a Nick fan. I start, né? A Nick fan, man, in 90 years. In the 90 years, man. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that's some blood in my blood.
90. I become Nick fan in 92, 92, né? Because so many reasons. Funny reason was video game.
Okay.
In Brazil, in United States, I don't know if you play it, né, in United States, but in Brazil, I played Mega Drive. It's a video game,
Mega
and
Drive.
yes,
Okay.
and has a player, Bulls versus Blazers. It's the name,
Okay.
né, of
Yeah.
the game
Hmm.
and my cousin, né, uh, like it, play it with the Bulls in Brazil. Uh, so many people, but so many people loves Chicago Bulls, né? Because Michael Jordan, phenomenal And I like Chicago Bulls too, but I don't have another team in NBA. Né? But in this game, play we my cousin played with Chicago Bulls, and now I play with now what another team we played. I choose Lakers. I don't like it. I choose Boston Celtics. I don't like it. New York Knicks. I like it, man. I like it. Tipo, like Patrick Ewing, so high. Um, John Starks in this game was a bench, but I start John Starks in this game because Starks very good in 3 points. Né?
I think
And
everybody did that for that game. Everybody did that. They took they put it was Gerald Wilkins was the shooting guard. They made Gerald Wilkins a small
yes,
forward. They made Starks we used to all do that.
man, I ended first was the game, but in Brazil has Bungie was
Yes, the TV channel.
yes, TV channel, and I saw so many games from the Knicks, and in love with this team. Patrick Ewing, né? John Starks, Charles Oakley, né? Pat Riley is the funny because I love Pat Riley and I hate Pat Riley. I hate because Miami Heat, but I love Pat Riley. Was the 92 become Nick fan because Pat Riley, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and I become Nick fan since 92. And
So Pat Riley, did you comb your hair, straight like that with the gel in your hair and you comb it back like that, like Pat Riley?
Pat Riley, it's a funny, né? Because I hate, né? With como é que fala, Bruno? Por causa daquele episódio lá com o Miami Heat, né? Porque quando when Pat Riley out from the Knicks,
was it 94?
Man,
1994 maybe?
1994 from 1995. No, 94 from 1995.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Ward entered in the Knicks when Pat Riley out from the Knicks.
Right.
In the mas como é que fala essa época, Bruno? Sorry.
Yeah, at this time, Victor said.
Isso,
yeah,
at this time.
Yeah,
at this time.
Pat Riley moved to Miami Heat,
but is the man aqui, ó, o Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing is the guy. Patrick Ewing, man.
It all started because of a video game. Your fan
video game and Patrick Ewing and video game was the reason become Nick fan in 92.
Wow.
So which came man,
first?
What
came first, Ewing or the video game?
I saw in my memories.
I get it. That's a long time ago. 1992. It seems like it was yesterday.
I was 12 years old in 92, wow. Man. I was 12 years. But I guess, né? It's the same. Video game and Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing played in como é que fala Jogos Olímpicos, Bruno? Olympic Games.
Olympic Games
in 92. Played with Brazil.
Team.
Yes, and the same time.
Dream Team
Olympic Games.
Yeah, the Dream Team was 1992, right?
92. Patrick Ewing was the center, the Dream Team.
Yeah.
Rolando, my client, como é que é? Market uh, Patrick Ewing in this game.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor said yeah his client play against Pat Q in the game
Yes.
because yeah, the Rolando was an ex Brazilian
Yeah, that's right.
national.
That's
You don't, do you
Rolando
know?
Pereira.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
I talk with Holland in backstage with
Oh,
you.
Yeah, I remember him. 1989. You know that's really when I started really loving basketball. 1989, excuse me, the late 80s, 1992. I think the whole world started really getting into basketball because of the Dream Team. 1992 with Ewing
Yes.
and like you said, video games too. All this is a big explosion, of just basketball for now to bring it to where it is now. It's cool.
Man, but in Brazil, Michael Jordan in 19 years, man, people loves Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
But the Knicks and in 99 years is the four team Brazil most like in Brazil. First, Chicago Bulls. Second, Lakers. 30 Celtics. Four Knicks in 90 years. Today,
Not so
no,
much.
but
Not so much,
in
right?
90 years, né? And I like it, basketball since a child, man, since a child.
Okay. So did you play basketball when you were younger?
Yes,
Yeah.
I basketball is the only game I really good, man. Volley
Really?
not good, soccer not good. Soccer I good in como é que é? Defender, né? Goalkeep,
Oh, goalie.
goalkeep,
Yeah. Hmm.
goalkeep, defender, né? But basketball, I ever, né? Really good. Compare
That's
it
interesting.
with another sports.
That's
So I
interesting
like it.
because Brazil, they don't play basketball in Brazil. They play
No,
soccer, they play volleyball, right? And what other sports they play in Brazil?
no, but basketball, Brazil like it
Yeah.
basketball,
Okay.
but basketball, Bruno, I don't know agree with me, but basketball for me, I guess number four in Brazil. First soccer, second volley, 3 Formula One, and four basketball.
You agree with that, Bruno?
What do you think,
yeah,
Bruno?
yeah. Here in Brazil, we like all if you can say about, for example, soccer, we can say soccer. We have here football, a lot of sports. How can I explain to you? They was created by the soccer. Understand? For example, we have futsal here. A lot of people
Yes,
like to play.
futsal, beach
Yeah,
soccer.
yeah, beach soccer. Yeah, already we have beach tennis and this kind of things, but always basketball was a secondary or third option for some guys here. For example, I played soccer, but I play. I was a point guard. I play for 4 or 5 years
Okay.
when in a team here, but wasn't professional. But yeah, I play. How can I amateur? No, how can I say when
Like
you?
like semi-pro, like street ball kind of thing.
Yeah, I play it. Yeah, I play it
Mhm.
here.
I played.
Yeah, yeah, and I like it. I like it to play basketball with friends, of course. But I like when I like more when I play against the guys talking too much because we have a chance to you understand because
Yeah.
rivalry I think is I like it to play this type of game. So and I like so much to shoot the ball. I think yeah, before Curry, my thing is shooting three. So yeah, and I'm too small, and the guy I need to develop my my shooting form because I play against the guy they are taller than me, and was complicated. But at this point, it's good when you get a guy he's so much taller than you, and you score in his face and say, "Oh yeah, man, I showed to you."
You got to be very careful, man. You got to be very. I tell you guys a story. I never said this. I never said this story
Peru.
on my channel. But if you notice my teeth here, right here,
Yeah,
I cracked
yeah,
my
yeah.
teeth.
Because
See
that, man. Because
Yeah, I cracked my
game.
teeth. You know how I crack my teeth?
Wow.
Playing
Wow.
basketball.
Wow.
Oh,
Too much of this like that, and I went up for a layup, and somebody really big said boom like that, and knocked my teeth out.
Whoa.
You know,
oh
so that
yeah.
Whoa.
yeah,
Yeah, man. I have a
I,
lot of stories here. Play because I'm point guard and I'm thin and small than other guys, and about this talking too much with the guys and this kind of things. Well, when you go to the layup and you vulnerable. You understand? You just go and
yeah,
guys here they like when you talk too much they go in your back and boom, you understand. And
yeah.
this is the part is not good when you're a point guard and you're teeny and tall and small than if you compare with another guys. This is why I stopped to play, for example, in the place I don't know the people, it's not my friends. Yeah, but I like this type of game, of course, but already for me it's not good. So I just play with my my friends.
You know, that's the
Peru,
same thing all
Peru,
over the world. Get Victor.
Peru. I was a center, but in school, after high school in Brazil, né? Que é diferente, né, Bruno? It is different in Brazil, high school, college, etc. I was a center,
Okay.
but stop, grow up. I have o 1,80 1,80 has a 5.11, I guess. Do you write? Bruno,
I
1,80.
I really
I
don't
have
know. I need to check here.
I have is a 5.11.
Yeah, 5 feet 11. That's how tall you are.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I was tall, man, for comparative with another guys. But stop for como é que fala 14 anos?
Yeah,
For,
with 14 years old, he stopped to grow and just, you understand,
Yeah.
he grow faster than others. When he hits 14 years old, he stopped to grow.
man,
And
I
Bruno,
think me
but
and Victor are
I
twins because
was,
that happened to me too. Me and you were
but
twins, Victor,
Peru,
because I was tall when I turned 14. I stopped growing. That's it. Same thing for
Peru,
me.
hear me. I was center after, like the same PG, man. Me, man, center. Nah, nah. It's so different. So different. Center and point guard. Uh, I was como é que é? Small in this team, man. Nah, strange, very strange, man, very
Yeah,
strange. But
me too.
I was center in school after,
Me,
like Bruno, PG.
yeah, me too. When I was 14, my feet was size 13. I had size 13 feet, so the doctor said I was going to be 6'5", and then I turned 14 and
oh,
same height, 5'11" for the rest of my life. Right at the bottom of the screen here, that's my dad right there, Ethan Ruiz Senior.
Oh,
That's my father
oh,
there. So yeah,
nice.
he's
oh,
Puerto Rican, and he did not teach me Spanish. So shame,
ah,
shame on him, shame on
um
him.
pouquito, um pouquito,
Yeah,
like Ron, still Nick fans, um pouquito.
un poquito, yeah. So for those that are popping in, we have the Knicks Fan Brazil here. So these guys are from Brazil, so they speak Portuguese and stuff. So it's exciting for me to just to talk to you guys and stuff. We talked for like 2 hours the last time we was on the show. So it's interesting, man. So I'm gonna pull up some names here for you guys to take a look at. This is from Ranker.com, right? So this is just famous basketball players from Brazil. So what do you think about some of these guys? Leonardo Barbosa, do you think he's number one?
Oh yeah, Leandrinho. Yeah, we call here a little Leandro. Yeah, Leandrinho Barbosa. He is a very good player.
What
Brazilian
about
blood.
Nene?
Nene too.
Yeah, I think he's not a first one on NBA, of course, have Holland and other guys, but for all Brazilians started, some people think
A
he's
long time.
yeah, the number one, but he opened a lot of doors, of course. But he have a lot of problems here in Brazil when we say about national team
Yes.
because for him was too complicated because when you open the doors and you need to guarantee your contract and at the same time play for the national team, so it was too hard for him, and some ex-players don't understand and his situation, and it was too complicated, but a lot of guys have him like an idol too, so was a very good player, of course.
Played in the NBA, maybe Leandro Barbosa, Thiago Splitter, Nene, but from Brazil, in Brazil, the big player is Oscar Schmidt.
Yes.
Oscar
I get him.
Schmidt.
Oscar Smith, they have a number 3. He should be number 1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For me and so many Brazilians, Oscar. Chris is the Knicks Fans Brasil. Christopher Souza.
Okay, cool. He's from the WhatsApp chat. He's in the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Como é que é? Part from the group Knicks Fans Brasil.
So how good
Os- os-
how good was he, Oscar Schmidt? How good was he for the country
Oh,
basketball?
yeah,
so many
yeah.
reasons. So many reasons.
No, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Oh, go
and
ahead,
Bruno,
Victor.
the first
Oh,
reason maybe Pan-Americano, was the correct. Que nós ganhamos o Pan-Americano de 1987 contra os Estados Unidos 120 a 115. Esse foi o grande momento de Oscar, né? Junto com os brasileiros, Bruno. Traduz aí para eles.
yeah, Victor mentioned about this because Oscar belongs a team defeated the U.S. team was very good with they play against David Robinson and a lot of guys, and yeah, but that team have another guys too, Marcel, yeah, and, Rolando belongs the team
Guerrinha
too.
rolando.
Yeah, yeah, and was a great team. But yeah, I think Oscar Schmidt represent the
Yeah.
national team. His love for the national team was incredible. He was a great player. He had a chance to play for the Nets, but
Yes.
he didn't want because at the time, for example, play in Europe was better because he had a chance to play for the national team and other things, and he chose play in Italy. I guess I don't have a sure about that, but play.
Was
Yeah,
in Italy.
yeah.
Did,
Then
did he play with D'Antoni and those guys? He had that team in Italy was like a powerhouse. I think the team that he was on, Oscar Schmidt.
oh yeah, I really don't know what the
I
name
don't
of.
remember these teams, but Oscar played in the teams from Italy. Nah.
Yeah.
Italy, Oscar, it's very important for us because this game with United States, now the first lost of our country
Yeah.
with in house, now for another team. Oscar make it como é que fala, Bruno? 46 points, 46 pontos nesse jogo na final.
Yeah, he scored 46 points.
Yeah.
Isso,
Against
yes.
NBA players, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah.
in your career, Oscar Schmidt make it so many points. Como é que fala, Bruno? Quase 50 mil pontos, né? Se não me engano.
Yeah, Oscar have a record of scored points and he plays for he record this play for Flamengo here in Brazil,
Okay.
and yeah, he have a record to become one guy scored. I think I don't know for sure the
The
numbers.
numbers.
But yeah, but was incredible,
Well,
of course.
I was telling you
It's
before that
high.
this is,
It's high.
this is my dad. He was born the same, basically around the same time Usher Smith was born. So when my dad was playing, I used to think my dad was the best player. But then around the time when Usher Smith was playing basketball and he beat the United States team and stuff, I used to say, "Hey, Dad, there goes you. That's you on TV." Because my dad looked just like him when he was younger. Very similar. The jump shot. My dad had a very nice jump shot. So I'm very familiar with Oscar Smith. Just I just was just mesmerized that the world is so big that people actually love basketball just like me. So that's
uh,
Yeah,
always been interesting to me.
yeah,
Great.
Yeah, I love the colors
That's
too.
a
You see,
star.
like your Knicks fan logo, the green and the yellow.
Yes.
That's a beautiful combination.
yeah,
What was the intention, né? When I create this logo, né? I think and Brazil, uh, New York Knicks, and the city, New York City, Brazil, né? I created this logo thinking about this, né? Como é que fala a bandeira? Flag, né? Flag from Brazil
Yeah,
with a ball, with a symbol from New York, from the United States, né? And
yeah.
I create, como é que é?
You made a
I
baby.
work, I work with advertising, né? So for me, it's more easy.
Yeah, you made a baby with the Brazilian flag and the Knicks. You put them together and they made a baby.
Yeah,
yeah,
like that, like that.
Okay. Well, so I want to ask you about movies. I asked both of you guys. So like when I think of Brazil, I think of the colors. That's the first thing, and then Oscar Smith. I think of Oscar Smith, and then of course you think of Rio de Janeiro with the statue. That all that stuff, the beaches and the beautiful women, of course.
Yeah,
But
yes.
what made me think twice about Brazil
Uh,
is this movie right here. Can you see it on the
ah,
screen?
ah,
This movie
yeah.
right here scared
I know this
me
movie.
for Brazil. Okay.
I
Cidade de
know.
Deus. Yeah,
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 I
very
like
famous
this movie,
movie.
man. I like so much this movie. Man,
yeah,
my first movie como é que fala cinema? Nossa, esqueci como é que falava cinema, velho.
yeah.
Uh, my
Yeah,
my first
cinema. Yeah,
movie alone in cinema. My first my first move alone, man, was Cidade de Deus, né?
Yeah,
This movie. I like so much this movie because so many reasons, né? But it's a stronger film, né? It's a stronger film.
scary
Uh,
film.
show, sh- yes, show the kids, né? Show the kids with guns.
Yeah,
So many situations, né? And Rio de Janeiro. I was stay in Rio de Janeiro so many times, né? But I got a luck, né? Because I don't have a problems in the city,
yeah,
but I have friends. So many problems with violence, with another situations, né?
yeah.
yeah. Christopher mentioned he born in Cidade de Deus. Yeah,
Whoa,
uh, yeah, yeah,
whoa! I don't know about this, Bruno. I don't know about this. I will talk with Christopher
Yeah,
later.
I'm glad
yeah.
he made it.
Oh,
I'm glad he made it okay. He's grown up. He's a grown up now, so that's good. Thank you for making it out of there, Christopher. So
Yeah, yeah, but this is good thing for say this is a good opportunity to say because a lot of people complain. I'm not complain about this movies, for example, because they show violence and the people maybe think Brazil is so it's just violence and this kind of things. No, but it's important to say have a violence, have a lot of people here suffering with this. But the
yeah,
majority of the people are good, of course. The majority of people they just want to live the life. They don't want problems. But in this danger areas is complicated because they suffer with. Uh, we have a government. I think I say for myself. I'm not say for others, but I think a lot all the governments they just ignore it. You understand when the
yeah,
people suffering. So I think it's important to show to world we have this type of things, of course. But yeah. I'm not saying I like so much this movie. I like so much. I like this type of movies. For example, I have a problem here with another movie. I don't know if you get Tropa de Elite. I don't like because
Yes,
we have a lot
yes,
of problems. But I say this is my opinion. It's not for the guys, of course. But I don't like because uh, they kind of create a romance in the police violence. You understand? So I don't like this
Yes.
type of thing, of course. But I think it's important to show to the world this is fun because when I think the director create the movie. For example, I'm not saying Cidade de Deus, but Tropa de Elite, when he created the movie to show this and to say, "Oh, this is not good," but you know when the people watching the movie said, "Oh, this is so dope. This is amazing. Look like what the police guy did." Doing no, this is so good. I want to become a police. No, it's not. This is not good. You understand? You
it's a
put
very
some
polemical
yeah,
film
you put the
movie.
bag in the face the guy bleeding and say and guy suffocating. This is not good. So I this is my opinion about this type of things. But this is good to show to the world we have a lot of these things here. But I enjoy the space to say all the majority the people here in Brazil they are good people. They just want to live their lives and doing what they like to do: play basketball, play soccer, go to the beach. It's just like you said. You understand? So this is what the Brazil. For example, I have a jealous with the people because I live in the city, don't have a beach, don't have a. When we need to go, we need to waterfalls or something like that because I don't have. Vitor more lives near of the
Some
beach because he lives in São Paulo. Yeah, have a city, São Paulo. Have a Santos, for example, Guarujá, and other cities around
yes,
there.
yes.
But I don't have this opportunity, so I really want go one day on the beach, of course.
I was born in Curitiba, really, but I live in São Paulo, for the last 3 years.
That's good, man. So
Curitiba in the
you're very
sul,
successful, huh?
sul. I
You're very
try.
successful. The podcast is successful for you over there. Now you can live in by the beach now because of the Knicks podcast. Well, Bruno, I agree with you. The same thing with the New York movies. Like they have like there's so many of them. New Jack City, you got Boys in the Hood, you got all these different movies that depict a lot of violence and stuff. People watch it from other countries. They be afraid of like Spanish people. They're afraid of black people because they see the violence. But in these communities, there's like you said, there's a lot of love in these communities, and there's so much more things to find out about it. So I really I get it. So but for me, just watching City of God, it was a great movie. I enjoy watching the teenagers, talking with taking the pictures and things of that nature. But that violence, in those neighborhoods are very similar to what's happening here in the United States too.
Yeah,
And
of
like I
course.
Uh,
said, the government they close their eyes, they forget about it.
Yeah, for sure.
yes, you have a careful and some place, and but man, I'm lost in Rio de Janeiro sometime a night, uh, and don't happen nothing bad with me. People help me
Okay.
in this night, yeah, and I lost in Rio de Janeiro. So the famous, it's complicated. New York has a famous in
Yeah.
violence and so many neighbors. In São Paulo, São Paulo has a famous too. São Paulo like the same from New York. São Paulo it's a big giant city, so many millions,
Yeah.
so people millions in this city, man.
Yeah.
But
Times Square in New York, right? Times Square.
Yeah,
uh,
When we were younger, at Times Square they used to have hookers and drug dealers and everything right there where everybody's hanging out watching the ball drop and New Year's. They got all these things going on. It's like crazy. Even
uh-huh.
when you finally make it to New York to see the Knicks play at Madison Square Garden, you're gonna be in shock because it's a lot of homeless that live or out through there. So it's interesting, man. But that's all a part of the culture, all a part of New York City. And then somehow we can still get together here. But here's one thing: do you recognize this guy here? You're talking about violence. That's X-Man from the Knicks, 1992.
Ah, tá. 92
You
played
see?
with Patrick Ewing and then another
Yes.
guys. It's
Yeah, Charles Oakley.
I
There
remember
he
that.
goes there, that's him there, number 32
Uh-huh.
next to Oakley and Mason. But what's wrong with him?
Uh-huh.
Why he keep choking people?
McDaniel was a situation with Michael Jordan too, nah?
Yes.
In the I remember that. Chris Herring talk about this in this book about McDaniel. I like this book because he talks about the so many situations with Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, uh, and McDaniel, John Starks, and the finals with Houston.
Yeah, man. I don't
The
want to
the
talk about
game, the
that
game,
game.
man,
Do you
the
remember that game?
game, man,
Do you,
the game, man, the game, man.
can you watch that game
Starks
today?
Starks lost so many chances now making three
Yeah.
in this game, man. But Starks I like so much. Starks.
Well,
This game I hate Starks in this game, but I love John Starks. John
well,
Starks
I blame
was my favorite players.
I blame
Oh,
Pat Riley.
mm-hmm,
Pat Riley's fault. Pat Riley should have took John Starks and put him on
mm-hmm.
the bench. Because
Ah,
we
I
had they
agree.
had Rolando
I agree.
Blackman. They had a
Uh-huh.
couple players they could have played. Hubert Davis. They could have put him in there for a little while and let John Starks sit on the bench.
Man, in '94, the guilty from the ex football player killed the wife, killed the woman,
Yeah,
and the guilty from him, man. This
yeah,
game, I remember Knicks and the Houston.
mhm,
Wow! Police follow O.J. Simpson,
yeah,
in the streets, the game is everybody forgets in this night, man.
yeah.
I remember Taquetes, né? Chaquetes. I don't guess the name correct, but GM, né, from the Knicks. It's crazy in this game because people watching OJ Simpson forget the game. Knicks one play for the the winner from NBA and OJ Simpson is the guilty.
I think they stopped recording the game. They just was watching the police and they forgot to record the game. So I think those
Yes.
parts. I think we'll never see those parts of the game ever. You know, that's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
And it always happens
yeah,
to the Knicks, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is fun because I remember the situation. It's not because I saw this, but I saw to later, for example, in videos and this type of things. But this is fun because I'm watching the last game, the Golden State Warriors against the Boston Celtics, and Stephen Curry scored nothing, zero. He tried to
From
he
the
shoot,
tree.
for example, nine shots and scored none. And and was Andrew Wiggins night. So oh yeah, this has happened with the Knicks. And when they have a team, they really are champion. For example, they find a way. For example, okay, Curry's not in the night, but yeah, have an Andrew Wiggins or something like that. This when this type of things happens with the Knicks is in the details. Understand? So if this something happened, maybe it was a different or something like that, but always happen with the Knicks. I think the Knicks for the future, for example, maybe change the key, for example, change the things, but this is fun because we follow the team, and when these things happen, we say, oh, you remember that ball, for example, if
Yeah,
Patrick Ewing scored this was maybe was different, maybe the next one, you understand? So
yeah,
yeah, this is always happen with the Knicks, of course.
yeah. It's like we
Oh man,
cursed, right?
but
Yeah,
Edu,
yeah.
Edu,
Mhm.
But I was happy, man, because I saw this team in 1940, 99. I saw so many people talk the conference don't was a title. Was a titles? Yes. And I saw the Knicks wins in 1940, 99. 99 was so complicated, né? Because Patrick Ewing injury, né? And
Yeah.
in the season, né? I remember, né? The Knicks stay in, como é que fala, Bruno? Oitavo lugar, eight place, como é que
Yeah,
é?
they get the 8 feet, the eight
Yeah.
seed. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
You have the eight seed. Yeah.
And yeah,
Yes, and then the Knicks wins the conference, man. Alan Houston, man, I
He
love
saved
this
us.
man, Alan
He saved us,
Houston.
right? Allen Houston. He
yeah.
Alan
saved us with the
Houston,
shot.
Larry Johnson with
Oh,
the Indiana Pacers,
against the
man.
Indiana
Yeah.
Pacers. Yeah,
The
four
Garden,
point play. Four
Yeah.
point play was an incredible thing.
Yeah. Like on
bruh.
TV, you can see it. I wasn't there. You know, people like to lie. They say I was there. No, he wasn't there. You know, the tickets were so expensive. You know, so but everybody, I remember in New York, everybody had the TV. For me, me and my friends, I had the TV in the front yard, and then the whole neighborhood was in my yard watching TV in my yard. You know, so it was incredible. And when the Knicks won, everybody was out the window yelling and going crazy. You know, so I got a taste of it. You know, a taste of the Knicks winning and stuff. So hopefully, if we can continue going on the right path, that we'll be able to get there. So I mean, I want to ask you guys too, like, what's your thoughts on the current Knicks, man? Do you see any like similarities from the '90s to now, or anything that you like that?
uh, yeah, you want to start with or I begin?
Bruno, eu tava respondendo minha mulher aqui por causa da padaria que não mandou
Ah,
a
tá.
pizza aqui ainda. Você só
Tá,
passa para mim a pergunta, desculpa, por
tá.
favor,
Não, a
sorry.
pergunta que ele tava falando era se, tipo assim, se a gente vê similaridades, o que a gente acha desse time agora, e se a gente vê similaridades com o time dos anos 90 e tal. Eu vou começar, aí depois eu passo para você.
I talk fast, man. No, fast comment. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I like
yeah.
RJ Barrett. I like Kickley. I see, né, so many reasons and this team become a great team in the future. Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Kickley, Kenton Grimes, RJ Barrett, né, and so many guys. But I can't compare it with the 90s, man. The 90s for me,
Yeah.
it's complicated. But I believe this team, man. I believe in the younger players, in this future from the younger players. But I I don't see how the Knicks will betray these players in this team. Not como é que fala tratar, Bruno?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like
Type of keep.
characteristics.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So my opinion depends, né? Depends Tom Thibodeau, man. Depends Tom Thibodeau, because Tom Thibodeau don't like hookers, don't like younger players.
Yeah.
Oh,
Né?
no.
Knicks has a great players, younger players in this team. Né? I still worry because in the next week has a draft. Knicks can draft it. Jaden Ivey negotiate with the Kings or gives God give a luck from maturing. Maybe Johnny Davis, Dyson Daniels, or Malachi Branham in this team. But I still worry about Tom Thibodeau and younger players. So I answer your question. I can't compare it these teams, man.
What do you think, Bruno?
So
Do you think we're close to? Because for me, Bruno, We have a tradition. I've been talking about it at the last my last few podcasts. Just the tradition of the Knicks. The 1960s, the Knicks play tough defense. They pass the ball to shoot. They shoot from the outside. The 90's, very strong team, play defense. Same thing. Strong people. So I think the Knicks need to do the same thing, but just for 2022.
Yeah, I think the Knicks already try to uh, back because the Knicks created a culture, understand? So
Yeah.
I think that they try to build and follow this mentality, play on defense, play tough. The guys are Jim Brett, you understand? So they try to build this and. I think, for example, they get, for example, guys like Tom Thibodeau with this mentality, try to build a team, play on defense, and after create an offense. And I like some part the job they doing. I disagree with some Thibodeau points, for example, with I think he's, of course, he's old school coach, head coach. He has the mentality, and maybe the Knicks need to find an identity. You understand? I think maybe this is the right path they need to follow. But I think it's complicated because having one separate. Some people do like to play with the veterans, and we have a lot of guys to develop. I like, for example, I like so much guys like Deuce McBride, not to be a superstar or a star. I don't believe this guys, for example, I don't believe Grimes will be a star or superstar. I think he have a great shooting form, but I think he have his place on the roster. And I like these guys. I think the guy will be a star. I think will be RJ Barrett, of course. I think he will be. I think the Knicks. It's complicated when I talk with the guys here. I say the Knicks need to build around RJ Barrett because we don't have nothing more than RJ. Because if we compare, for example, even the picks the Knicks have, for example, it's too hard to find a superstar or someone like that. And for example, Boston show for us. I don't like compare with Boston because I don't like Boston. I need to be honest with you, of course. But
Yeah, a lot of Knicks
Man,
fans agree with you.
Peru, in our group was the worst problem about Boston Celtics, man. Uh, one member comments a good thing about Boston. Man, the group on fire
oh yeah, yeah,
because
man.
that.
Yeah, but for example, they show us, for example, if you compare, for example, you never say, "Oh, Jalen Brown, this guy will with the Jason Tatum, for example, and Marcus Smart lead the team to NBA Finals or something like that." And they proven for us, for example, they defeat the Nets, for example, with the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, defeat the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis, with Chris Middleton. Of course, Chris Middleton didn't play the last game, of course, but yeah, Drew Holiday, and they go to the finals. I think the Knicks in the right direction with these guys, of course. I think the Knicks need to build a team with this mentality because they just started. So if all the things change, I'm saying, for example, I think the Knicks need to bring someone work with the guys, of course, but this identity, you understand, this culture of the play on defense, this they need to keep this because the Knicks need this is the face of the franchise, understand? So I think the right direction this situation. Of course, they are not in the 90's, but because it's tough for them compare. It's tough, really tough because all these guys. But for example, man, for me, I play if the season start already, I'm play with Emmanuel Quickly on PG position. I play with RJ Bear, of course. I give a chance to Kim Reddish, Obi Topping. Yeah, and I don't know what's will happen with Mitchell Robinson, but I don't know, give a Sims chance or something or someone. But I think the Knicks will, because the Knicks have a lot of picks for the future, so they try to create a package in the trade. I don't know, maybe Donovan Mitchell or something like that, because he's a New York native. But I don't know. But I like these players. I like the culture. I like this type of things play on defense, because you have a face. It's not a team you say, oh, you have a bunch of guys here. They don't know what they will do. They don't know the future. You understand? For example, even when we look for the draft, we say, no, this guy he play on defense, so he's good for the Knicks. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It amazes me because I want to hear you guys give your points, because you sound like you live in Queens, in New York. You
Oh.
sound like you live in Queens, and
Yeah.
Victor, he sound like he lives in the Bronx. So you say you guys sound like New Yorkers, and it's amazing
Oh.
to me because you guys are
I
so far
I
away, you know.
I live
uh,
in
that's
the
great.
neighbor in the São Paulo. It's comparated. It's a Bronx. It
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, yo, in the neighbor.
That's a
but
stereotype. New Yorkers
Eru,
talk like that. Yeah.
Bruno said, and I remember a good point, because Boston Celtics and Warriors take care about younger players so much, and the rules it's you can see, né? The Knicks, in my opinion, uh, make, né, like the same with younger players. Né? I believe so much in these younger players from the Knicks. Warriors and the Celtics believe it in the
Yes.
younger players. Nah. But I want to comment, remember good things about pick 11. Uh, uh, in pick 11, for example, Alan Houston was a pick 11 in your draft.
Yes. For
Uh,
Detroit.
yes, but oh man, pick 11, Alan Houston, man, Alan
Yeah.
Houston. Oh, in the next week, we Knicks, I believe we get it. A great player, man. I believe in that.
So,
Yeah.
do you think, like, okay, see, because the Knicks are, I think they're at like a crossroads. The Knicks are like this. They don't know to go this way or to go that way. So, do the Knicks continue to build with the draft, or do you think we should trade some of the young players to try to get another All Star? Which, what do you think the Knicks should do, or both?
It's a
What do you,
it's a it's a good point, né? The Knicks depends with this draft will the future, because Knicks needs a good point guard or guard for this team, and Knicks get it point guard in this draft. In the off season, the problem is Mitchell Robinson continues or leaves the Knicks, for example. And For me, depends the draft in the next week. Né? The draft for me will be the next, né? Como é que fala? O próximo passo? The next,
The next step.
yes, from the Knicks. It's my opinion. Né? The draft will. The, the draft is very important for the future. Off season depends this draft.
yes.
Uh, Mitchell Robinson can leaves or stay in the Knicks. Derrick Rose stay or leaves. Né? Uh, Randall, trade Randall or not trade Randall. Né? In this off season, it's complicated, man. Because my opinion is the draft, because that the draft it's important because we know the future. The future, the Knicks begins in draft next week, in my opinion.
So how about some of these names here? So like the Knicks are in the middle, number 11. So any of these names you see here that you think there will be a difference maker for the Knicks? You say Johnny Davis, you see there. You see Solcan, maybe he comes to the Knicks. Mark Williams. You have Ousmane Dang. Some of these names here. What do you think they will be an impact for the Knicks?
I like these guys. I like these players, but I saw other players now. I saw, for example, Malachi Branham, uh, Maturin. It's complicated because Maturin it's a pick 7, 8, or 9 in this draft.
Yeah.
But Dyson Daniels, Maturin, Malachi Branham, Johnny Davis, it's a good options now from the Knicks. I like AJ Griffin too. Né? It's a great shooter, né? It's a great shooter from the Duke. Uh, I don't like much Sohan, but Sohan it's a aggressive player, a good defender. It's a very skills, nah, Sohan. I like so much the centers, nah. Mark Williams from the Duke and Jalen Duren from Memphis Tigers, nah. I don't like much Tai Washington, nah.
Yeah, me
The
either.
like sabe, the like same Kickley, but worst. Kickley, it's better compared with Tai Washington.
And they're
Um,
very good friends. They train together in off season, so it's
ah,
interesting.
Kentucky too, né?
Yeah.
Kentucky too, and Oshai Agbaji, it's a good player, né? I believe in the Knicks has a chance take a good player in this draft. I pray from the Johnny Davis, Dyson Daniels, Malachi Branham, or Maturin. My favorite players, nah? But I like so much Griffin, like I said. Nah? But it's my opinion, man. It's my opinion.
Yeah, we share the same opinions. What do you think about these players, Bruno?
Yeah, for example, man, I think Benedict Matherin's not fall in the 11 position. I think they will get him. I think he's top 10, of course. I don't know what's happened. I think, for example, maybe the Washington Wizard will get Johnny Davis, but if they didn't, they if they don't, I think the Knicks need to draft Johnny Davis because I like the way he play on defense. Of course, he's a sophomore seasons. It's a sophomore season, but I think he have a great potential to develop his game. I think I like his mid range. I think he's a very good on this. So if I can say to you my preference, maybe I will say to you I will get Johnny Davis. But if for example guys like Dyson Daniels, back Benedict Maturin, and Johnny Davis is not in the left position, I think the Knicks need to trade down and to get Malik Braham and maybe pick, for example, guys like Jalen Duran and try to get this become two choice. Understand? Maybe I think it is a good position if they, for example, if all these guys I mentioned, for example, Benedict Maturin, Johnny Davis, and Dyson Daniels not appear in the 11th position for the Knicks. I think they need to trade down and get Malik Braham and get another options. This is what if I'm GM, I'm doing this, of course, because this is the guys I like it. And the funny thing is, for example, all these guys, Johnny Davis, Dyson Daniels, and Benedict McIntyre, they are very good on defense, and they are very good on both ends of the core. And Malik Braham is a different guy because he's not the people don't say, oh, look his defense or something like that, but he's a very 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 talented. He's a freshman. 90 years old, so a lot of potential to increase his game, maybe learn something with Tom Thibodeau or the coaches, for example, develop his game on defense, of course, to become this type of guy. But maybe the Knicks need to do this. This is what I think they need to shoot to do in the draft night.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I agree with what Victor was saying, but I also agree with you too. On the screen here, you see Charlotte. They have 13 and they have 15. So if the Knicks
Yes.
would trade down, it'll be very nice to get 13 and 15. So we can try to
Yeah,
get two players instead of the one. And then maybe send off somebody else like I don't know, Fournier, or maybe send someone made a joke. Christopher, he made a joke about Nerdos the Well. We need to trade him for a doctor because he's always in
Yeah,
the hospital.
yeah. I agree, man. I agree.
So it's very interesting, man. But the Knicks always figure out a way to make the wrong move at the right time. Like we need them to make the right move at the right time, but the Knicks always make the wrong move at the right time. So I know all Knicks fans are shaking, because they're like, oh, I don't know what they're gonna do.
yeah,
But
man, yeah, man, but
The last
this is
years,
fun.
no, man.
No, yeah,
The
this
last
is what
years, no.
I mentioned. Yeah, I want to mention this is fun because the few years, for example, we change a little bit. We get Emmanuel quickly with
Obi
this is
Toppin.
if the Knicks have a high peak, for example, become a nightmare for all the Knicks fans because they said, oh, they will mess it up and doing something stupid. But when, for example, these few years, for example, they get Quentin Grimes
Obi
and
Toppin.
yeah, Deuce McBride. No, yeah, this is fun because Obi Toppin was eight pick.
Ah, no, no,
This is
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. You're right. You're right.
different
You're right.
situation. Yeah, but for example, they get the Emmanuel quickly.
25 pick.
Yeah, and Hokas Jokovitis is a very good player. Play in
Rising
Barcelona.
star.
Yeah, and the Knicks when they don't have the high picks, for example, don't have a lottery picks. I think they doing. I'm saying right now, not in the past, of course. They do a good job. I think maybe if the Knicks trade down, I think it's not a stupid movement. Maybe just like I said, maybe get Malik Brehan or another guy, for example. And I really want the Knicks doing some movements with the veterans, just like, for example, I can say Fournier because he don't have the style of the Knicks. Understand? He don't play on defense. He really try, but he's just is a catch and shooting right now. This is what the Knicks have with, for example, Quentin Grimes. So and Quentin
Yes.
Grimes can play on defense. So I don't see these veterans. They can teach something for the young core. For example, even if they try to be a model, for example, it's just fun because when we say Randall is a veteran, he's so young, but yeah, but he's the veteran of the league, so he need to do a better job. And this veterans of the Knicks, they yeah, if I'm GM, I'm trade them because I don't see they doing nothing for the future. You understand? I don't see they helping the development the players. I don't see they can help on the core. So the court. So I don't see. I'm keep the young players, of course, but this is what I want to do. Let them be happy in other place, of course. Right? When I say this about Fournier, maybe Randall, I'm not saying I don't like these players, but I don't see they doing better job that they did in the last year.
one player that all Knicks fans forget that we have on the roster, Derrick Rose. We forget we have
Yeah,
Derrick Rose. So that's more complications. Is you got Kemba Walker too, and you got Derrick
yeah,
Rose. So, but you want quickly, and we still need a point guard. So we got to figure something out. The Knicks got to figure something out. We have a long list of names that we have to figure out what we're gonna do with them. So that it's nail biting, man. One name too, Mitchell Robinson. He was drafted in the second round.
yeah,
You know, and then we
yeah.
lost Victor. I think.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
he'll,
he
he'll, he'll be back
probably
in a
gonna.
second.
Yeah, But yeah, man, this is what I really think. I really think about the Knicks is for example have a lot of movements they need to do in the future, a lot of decisions. It's too complicated. The people think it's easy, but it's not. If we can say, for example, because the expectations it's complicated because we create a lot of expectations in the last season and the things not going well for the Knicks, and they have a lot of decisions to make for the future. We have a lot of guys. We have, for example, Campbell Walker decision, Derrick Rose decision because we don't know if he can stay healthy, and Mitchell Robinson too is a really really big decision the Knicks need to make. Fournier, Randall. When the Knicks opened the space for the guys, for example, like quickly, because quickly and Topping have a good connection. And the few games, for example, in the last 5 games, uh, quickly did two triple doubles. Obi Toppin scored 42 points in the last game, so was incredible. We know the people say, "Oh, what?" But don't have a competition. This final games that not this is last games in the season don't have a competition. But I disagree with that. I think they try to find a way to play, and they play against the good teams, for example. And man, the Knicks have a lot of good games. If we can say they blowing up a lot of leads, for example, by 20 points or something like that. But they defeat Boston Celtics, they defeat Miami Heat, they defeat a lot of good teams. For example, RJ Barrett with the buzzer beater against Boston Celtics and Jason Tatum face. So I think the Knicks have a lot of good things for the future and have a lot of decisions to make. This is the problem, the Knicks, because when the team have a lot of decisions, we have a lot of fear about they mess it up and screw everything. Said, oh yeah, and we stay still saying, oh yeah, this is the Knicks, right? So this is what I really think.
Yeah, you everything that you say, I say it every day. I say it every day. Arguing with my other my partner State. That he's on the show usually. He comes on and me and him argue that same point all the time. So from if we say it here in New York and you see it in Brazil, then hopefully the Knicks front office see that, and then just hopefully the Knicks fans themselves would just like just stop fighting. That's the main thing. Like we spend a lot of time arguing, fighting, cursing each other out on Twitter and all kind of stuff. In the meantime, we forget the reason why we here. We enjoy the team so much. We love the team. So we need to start thinking with the love rather than the negativity. Because the love is what brings us all together.
Yeah, yeah, this is fun because it's still complicated because we fight a lot because all the fans love the team. They have the way they show this passion for the team. Sometimes it's hard, of course. For example, I think you have the same in US because when you join a lot of guys in the same thing and try to discuss about this, it's too complicated. But for example, I think sometimes they just because we waiting for so long, and sometimes they want a quick decisions. You understand? They say, yeah, then the team need to change for the next year to become a contender or something like that. No, this is impossible because have a lot of things to do first, and I think the team in the right direction, but it's impossible to say about the future, about what's happened for with these guys. But the situation already is that the Knicks have a lot of the decisions to make, a lot of things to decide, and but if I can say to you my opinion, I think it's not because I hate or something like that, but I think they need to get the veterans and trade some part of veterans, of course, but it's because I don't see them can help him much more than they can help already. So for example, Fournier, I not hate him, but I don't see him helping the team. You understand? I
Yeah.
think he's not. It's impossible for him show more than the defense that he tried to do or something like that. He's not his style. You understand? And he will. Uh, this is what he can bring to the table. So this is the problem. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't
Same
see
thing
he
with
do.
Burks. Him and Burks are the same thing. Burks. There's nothing else that he can do. And then I would rather play Quentin Grimes. I would rather play Deuce McBride than play those guys because they're just doing the same thing basically. But just they're so old, they can probably help a different team other than the Knicks. Somebody that can use the veterans. We need to figure out a way to see if we can
Yeah,
maximize that.
yeah, I agree with you. For example, man, get a guy like Fournier, for example. The team needs shooters, for example, Los Angeles Lakers. So move him to Los Angeles Lakers, get another guy, get a pick or something like that. You understand?
Yeah,
So because they have Russell Westbrook have a problem with shooting the ball. Yeah, you understand? He have a lot of guys problem with shooting the ball, so they need the shooters. Okay, we have a shooter here, but he's not doing nothing more than this. So you want this guy, of course. You can do a trade or something like that. So this is what I believe.
what do you think
I'm
about
sorry, man.
Westbrook? What do you think about Westbrook?
Yeah, a lot of people here joking with him because they call him West Brick or something like that. I think he's a good player, of course. But I think he's not his prime. I don't see him can helping the Knicks right now because the Knicks need shooters. And you understand what he can bring. A lot of this is what I fight a lot with a lot of guys in the group and said, okay, this is your opinion. I need to respect this, but I don't want to see already because they say, oh, we have a turnover machine. It's Julius Randle, so we need to get Russell Westbrook. But it's the same. He's a turnover machine. You understand? He can. I say, hey, but we have a guy shooting 30% from the 3 point line. Say it's the same with the Russell Westbrook. Oh yeah, but he's a PG. He can pass the ball. Yeah, but the same man. Randall try. Oh, the guy said, oh, you compare Randall with the guy who was a MVP and have a triple double average in the season. Say no, man, but this is what he's in his prime. Understand? Already he can. Man, he played with LeBron James, and he didn't go to the playoffs. So
Anthony
I don't.
Davis too. He played with
Yeah,
Anthony Davis.
yeah,
Dwight Howard was still there. Yeah, all these players on that team, and they still weren't able to win with Westbrook there. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
And the guy say here, oh yeah, but then the Knicks will be different. Just like man, just like they say, for example, Darren Fox. I love Darren Fox. I want Darren Fox in the Knicks. But I say, man, I'm watching because I have a friend is a Kings fan. Said, man, I'm watching the games, man. It's not a different. The Knicks is not will be a contender or something like that just with a Darren Fox. He's a very good player, but the Knicks need you understand get guys like him and find a way to play. So the Knicks need a build a team in these situations. But even if the Knicks bring Donovan Mitchell, for example, imagine for example the guy the Knicks trade Emmanuel Quickly will be topping another guy for and picks for Donovan Mitchell. I said, oh yeah, imagine Mitchell, Barrett, and Julius Randle. You think this team will be a contender? I'm not. I need to be honest with you. I love the team. I love, but I don't see the Knicks being become a contender if they trade all the pieces, for example, and try to get a guy like I think is a one step, but this is what you mentioned before about what direction I think the Knicks need to go. For example, draft or I think the Knicks need to go in the draft and get a lot of pieces and see what pieces they really will let in the team and the pieces they think oh we don't have a future in the Knicks so we will trade you and try to get another guy and maybe create a team for maybe thinking in this type of things, because all the teams need to think in the titles or something like that.
Yeah. Because like you said with Donovan Mitchell, if we make that trade, if we were talking about going in which direction, Knicks is going like this. They're going in a circle, So we have to stop that. Like they have the revolving doors. When you go in one way, you
Yeah,
come
yeah,
in and come
yeah,
back out. That's the same thing. So the Knicks have to really figure it out. And I'm in agreement with you. I think the draft is the right thing to do. But there's a couple other things too. I have this on the show too. Me and Stay, we get excited and we start cursing and stuff. And I put that's Tom Thibodeau's face there on the screen there. Look, that's Tom
yeah.
Thibodeau as a clown. So we joke around, we call him a clown and stuff. But it's true because we have all these young players. He doesn't want to play the young players. He wants to play defense. His offense is not very up to date and stuff. So it just causes all kind of conflict, all around, man. So this year is so important. I think we need to draft. Like I said, we need to draft well. We need to try to clean up the roster, and hopefully even with Tom Thibodeau here, that we just don't take a step back again, like when we had Chris Stapps. Chris Stapps,
Yeah.
they started fighting, and then we took a step back, and then we had to start again with RJ and all the stuff. So I don't want to do that again. I want to keep like the beach, like a wave. I want to keep building. I want to keep,
Yeah.
keep floating. You know.
Yeah, keep moving. Yeah, and I think the Knicks need, yes, they need to do something. Of course, I think they need. Just like I said before. I'm not see a future of these veterans on the Knicks. I don't see they can help. And I really believe in the young core. It's not because it's young core, but I really believe. For example, have some things that we need to see. For example, if guys like Ken Reddish, for example, if he can improve his 3 point percent, Kenton Grimes can stay healthy. So I have a lot of things to watch. For example, I think Deuce McBride deserve more chances, more minutes.
Yeah.
It's because he's not a type of player to you put the jersey and say go there, and he's not a superstar or something like that. The guys you say, oh, this guy is a star. We know that, but he can help a lot. He's a guy. He's a very good defender. He's annoying the guys. For example, with his defense, he help a lot. He have a good percent on shooting threes, but this is the problem because when you don't have minutes, where are you from? Where are you from? Your confidence. Your stance said, okay, I have confidence to shooting the ball. Some guys need more time. They need more help, support. And the Thibodeau situation is he put the guy there, okay, just like a machine. You understand? Said, okay, you need to score, so you need to play defense already right now in a good way. So, and the guy training, but he needs to more patience. So
Yeah.
this is this happened, for example, with Obi Toppin. If you watching him, sometimes he's shooting the ball and look to watch to see Tom Thibodeau will do, what he will say, just like he needs the approbation of the Tom Thibodeau. So
Yeah.
this is the problem with these guys. We don't have a guys like a Del Moran or something like that. You understand? Okay, doesn't matter. My confidence is in the high level. You understand? We have just RJ Barrett, I think, with this type of confidence. You understand?
Yeah.
But this because he played a lot of minutes, of course, too. But then other guys, I think they deserve and they need more minutes, of course.
Tom Thibodeau, he's like a bad gardener. Somebody that's a good gardener. They put water, they put food. The
Yeah,
proper sunlight. But Tom Thibodeau comes in, and he's like ripping
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
he's ripping the flowers out the ground and throwing. It's like no,
yeah.
no, that's not how you do it.
He started
So
to yell
hmm?
flowers saying, you need to grow," and put the water.
Yeah, ripping out the ground and say, hey, how come you're not growing anymore? Like because you
Yeah,
pulled me out the ground. So that's funny, man. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with that thing. If you understand what I'm saying with that. But let me say hi to some of the guys here because these guys, these are some of the regular people that they come on onto the channel and stuff. So they're
Okay.
kind of like messing around with me a little bit. You got this guy Evergreen. He actually made one of the beats that I have for some of my intros and stuff. And he's also been on the show plenty of times and stuff. So they said he wants to argue. The guys are saying that you can't say argue without Eru. You know, so they're busting my chops a little bit, man. But a lot of these guys, these are like what do you call regulars and stuff. So well here goes Bruno. I mean, excuse me, Victor. Victor saying that his notebook has a problem. All right, cool. It's no big deal. The most important thing is that you guys are here. So for those that they're popping in now and wondering what's going on. This is Knicks Fans Brazil, man. So they're here to represent where they're from, and also just show you that they're just like us. They're just like us, but they're halfway across the world. But Mr. Bruno, since you're still here, I wanted to do this with Victor because I know he's a fan of Patrick Ewing, and we need Patrick Ewing to do a live with you guys. You guys did so many like lives with all these important people, man. For those that are interested, please go to Knicks Fan Brazil channel, and you'll be able to see all the stuff that people that he's interviewed. This is very important here. We got to get Patrick Ewing on the show, man. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, man. This guy is great. I think a lot of Nick fans they become Nick fans here in Brazil because Pat Ewing
Yeah,
was a
absolutely.
yes was a good era for the Nick fans. And this is incredible. Have a chance with talk with this guy would be awesome. Would be oh Victor,
Yeah, there goes Victor. Yeah,
I
you back?
was in my phone because my notebook I reinitiate.
yeah, it happens. That's what
Yeah,
happens with live. When you do
I
lives, it happens all
surrender.
the time.
My notebook is the like Randall today. My Randall notebook today.
Yeah, well, Mr. Victor, we were talking about Patrick Ewing. I don't know if you can see the screen here. This is the tweet that you put out. You wanted him to be on the show, Patrick Ewing. So
Yeah.
I'm pleading for all the people that are watching this and that pop into this channel and see this. Go to the channel and reshare this and share as much as you can to see if we can get Patrick Ewing on the Knicks Fan Brazil channel.
Nossa, it's my dream, man. It's my dream. Becomes bring Patrick Ewing in our channel. For me, it's my idol. It's one the reasons I become Nick fan. Uh, I love so much Patrick Ewing, so many reasons, but for our channel, it's a very important because in Brazil, basketball don't a favorite play in Brazil. So and the Knicks in the century, it's worse compared to it another teams. So for us, me and Bruno and the Knicks Fans Brazil, it's a very important bring you and another channels and ex players and another people from New York because our project makes better results in my country,
Yeah,
and more people uh, become a Nick fan too. My daughter become a Nick fan. My best friend become a Nick fan, and my three friends becomes a Nick fans. So it's important for us because Knicks in Brazil, it's a joke. People talk about the Knicks with jokes. For me, it's makes me anger with this because I love this team.
yeah,
And it's a very important. Brings your channel and another people from New York from Brazilians. Know know about the Knicks, uh, but
know about the Knicks, not a jokes with I see we see in Brazil. Another channels, another people talks about our team so much sad. Do you know? Do you
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
For me, it's important because that, nah, your support, nah, American friends support Nick Fans Brasil. Nick Fans Brasil needs you guys, nah? Me,
Yeah,
Bruno, nah? Because in the last month, Nick Fans Brasil bring you and another channels, but bring to Charlie Ward, ex-player, brings Ashley Nicole Moss, Bill Piro, Mark Berman, uh, and another people, né? With New York from New York. Então, so it's a very important for us, Eru. So important because our project grow up so much more in Brazil because that.
yeah. It's very important, man. See, like when I started this channel, I started this channel because I was tired of listening to New York radio, New York radio, and I was just thinking I'm by myself, So
Yeah.
I started doing podcasting by myself, and then as I
Uh-huh.
started doing podcasting, I started to notice that there was so many other people out there that are doing the same thing. So it's a community that I think that we need to show our power because like the last 20 years, everyone made fun of us. We're a big joke. The Knicks are a big
Yes.
joke. But
Yes.
as you explained, just culturally around the whole world, the Knicks is more than just a basketball team. It's
Man,
right.
it,
You agree with that?
yeah, it's harder to talk about the Knicks in the another channels. It's hard because I can talk about the Knicks serious form about the Knicks serious, but people don't give up this form, and I try, but I don't like it. The Knicks traded in my country. Really, really. I don't like it. This for the people don't see so much NBA, and the people see NBA and the NBA and see talks word bads about the Knicks. People don't like the Knicks, and I won't talk about the Knicks. You can imagine it,
Yeah,
what I say. Uh,
yeah,
it's really bad, man. But in the last months, I still so happy with support you and other Americans for our project. So great for us. Uh, Great. Nah. Uh, I will ask you, Bruno, translate better what I can say. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I tell you all the time, the orange and blue, right, is a universal language. So listen, everyone can
yeah,
hear.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see,
My,
this is
my,
my dad here. They got Pudge. Pudge is listening. People are listening to you, and maybe you're not speaking perfect English, but we can hear you loud and clear. Everybody can hear
uh,
you loud and clear because we relate. We relate to you.
great. Great. My English will be better with the time, with in the future, but it's very better comparate and last month. Bruno helped me so much in this channel. I love Bruno. Bruno. Opa, sorry, Ponce is wrong.
Bruno's the
Uh,
point guard, right?
yes,
And you're the
uh,
center.
yes. Bruno helped me
We
in this project when another people helps like him. Bruno, it's a great person. It's very important for me. I talk to Bruno and uh, in the interviews in this week. Bruno, because your job and another reasons, don't go, né, with me. But I talk Bruno, I talk with you, I talk with Ron, I talk with another channels about Bruno. Bruno is very important for this channel. I really really likes Bruno. Bruno, Bruno is my superhero, man. Bruno is my
No, man.
superhero in
No,
this channel.
yeah, man. Appreciate a lot, man. Thanks so much. But yeah, I'm trying to support here, Victor. It's complicated, I think, for everyone. All the guys have a job, something to do, and we
Yeah,
doing this because we love in the Knicks. So I think we try to do our best. This is why we want good players. And when we say about the Knicks, we just want they put 100% on the court because we put 100% in our lives. So
absolutely. That's very important because Tom Thibodeau, he says that we need to watch the games 3 or 4 times and all this other stuff that we don't know what we're talking about. Listen, they're talking to the wrong people. The Knicks fans that have the biggest knowledge and the biggest passion of all the whole world, any sport. So you can't talk to us that way. We are very passionate about this team, about the sport of basketball, and in the community and stuff like that. So we're not a joke, and that's why I say it's so important for you to do what you do in Brazil, and it's a very important for what I do for my little fans that I have. Supporters. Even the big channels, the small channels, they all are very important, man. Because we're not a joke. We're for real. You know,
Exactly, and I told you now. I feel so close with you Americans when I talk about the Knicks. It's a really, really, really great. It's a great honor talk with you guys. Talk about the Knicks with the American fans. It's a great honor, man. It's a great honor because I feel your passion, you and another people from New York about the Knicks. The Knicks has a great fans, man, a crazy fans, a passionate fans, a passion about the Knicks. It's a great. Everybody knows the Knicks fans. Very very in love with this team, but this team sometimes Nick fans hate this team because you understand, but Nick fans love the Knicks. And I, I I I forgot sometimes the words correct, nah? But
right.
I really wanna talk with us about the support. It's very important. I so happy with
Well,
support from Americans. I love talk with American
well,
friends.
listen, you're gonna need some support because look at this on the screen. And this is flights to New York from to New York to Sao Paulo. I guess you could put it backwards here. Look at that. This is for opening night. Opening night is October 11th. I don't know if the Knicks are playing that day, but if you stay for like, what, it's just like 5 days, because you got to, if you're gonna spend money, you got to spend all the money, right? So then look at the
I want to
flights
go,
alone.
man.
Look at the
Man,
flights. $2,465 for this is for Victor, maybe your wife and your daughter. 3 people. Two
whoa.
thousand $465. Boy. So we gotta do a GoFundMe. We gotta get a GoFundMe going here for you guys. To get Bruno, to get all you guys to come here to come hang out with us, man. You know.
Nah.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough. This is why we want a better team for the next season.
Because you don't want to spend all that money and then come here to see the Knicks get beat up.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah, that's funny,
but,
man.
but it's really, man. It's really, really. No. But I believe in the Knicks great again and 1 2 years. But I see the Knicks a good future. But it's complicated because Knicks in the century it's worst now. Very very worst seasons now. But I believe in the future, a good future from the Knicks. But it's complicated because patience,
patience from Knicks fans, né? Long time ago, né? Without a great team, né? A great team a long time ago. But I believe, man. I believe. I am a positive personal, and so I believe, man. But Knicks fans will be again a patience.
Yes. Well, Patrick Ewing, we talk about Patrick Ewing. Like I said, we got to get Patrick Ewing on your show. But, Patrick Ewing, he was good on the Knicks for 13 years. We made the playoffs for 13 years. So the Knicks fans that remember that are spoiled because remember we won every year for 13 years in the playoffs, fighting Michael Jordan, fighting
Yes.
Reggie Miller, fighting all these guys, and then, we're just spoiled, so.
Yes.
Here's a treat for you because I was trying to find a picture of Ewing, going against a Brazilian player, but this is his son here. You can see him in the middle. This is Patrick Ewing Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, you see
Play
him
for
playing.
Jamaica.
Yeah, he's playing for the Jamaican national team there, and he's playing against Brazil. So that's a little treat there for you. Yeah, he used to play for the Knicks too, Patrick Ewing Jr.
Oh, nice, man. This is really good.
I have a contact to Junior, but don't answer me yet.
Yeah. What did you hit? Did you text him on Twitter or Instagram?
About.
Okay. Well, we gotta work on it, because these guys are from Jamaica. Jamaica's rough. They'll see the thing and then get out of here. So if they see it more often, then they'll be like, all right, let me talk to this guy.
Hey, Neru, I will make it. Invited video from these guys.
Assim, ó. Patrick Ewing. I am Victor Hatiba from Knicks Fans Brasil. Come to the Knicks Fans Brasil channel, man. Brazilians, Knicks fans from Brazil want to talk with you, man. Brazil loves you. Come to our channel, man.
Yeah, we need it, man. We need to do it. Yeah,
Patrick Ewing, como é que é? Patrick Ewing, hear me now. I believe.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do that, man. But listen, man, I appreciate you guys for coming on the channel. Like I told you, that don't be afraid to, with the language, because everyone understands. Because like there's not too many Brazilians in New York. There are Brazilians in New York, but not like Dominicans and not like Puerto Ricans and stuff. But just the way you speak English, there's somebody like that speaks Spanish on every place in New York, everywhere in Queens and Brooklyn and the Bronx, standing on the corner and talk just like you, but just in Spanish or something like that. So we see somebody like you all the time, so we understand. Everybody in New York, everybody understands each other. Asian, we all understand each other here. So I know everyone will respond well to this.
Mas I am studying, man. I am studying so a lot, né?
Yeah.
I will be better in the future, and I have Bruno. I can be como é que fala fluente, Bruno? A palavra fluente?
Fluency. Yeah.
I will be fluently in the future, but Bruno, I want to stay with me in these lives because Bruno support me since begin this project in the international lives. It's so important. But Bruno, it's very busy in the last times, nah. But
apologize about this. It's because it's complicated right now. It's tough because I need to work a lot with a lot of things. Sometimes it's too hard because
I understand.
Sometimes we don't have too much charge on our batteries. You understand? Sometimes.
I get it. Yeah. Before I came on with you guys, I worked 12 hours at my job, and then I had to take my sons to a doctor's appointment. And then I come over here, and then Bruno's like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready." So I do it for love. I'm not trying to be rich. I do it because I just love to do it. I like to talk to the people like you, and I just want people to meet to see people like you and just really enjoy this stuff, man.
Our channel was monetized recently, nah.
Yes.
But I believe in our project. I believe we go get it. Nah, grow up. But unfortunately, for me and Bruno, our orcs paying our nah,
Yeah. So that's why everybody
okay.
at the bottom of the screen, they have to subscribe and they got to hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the
Uh,
thumbs up so we don't have to go to work no more.
yes. My company, I can more money now. So, but we in the future, I believe this channel, Bruno, stop architect. I will stop advertising and talk about the next. Como é que é? Every day, 24 hours all day.
Yeah. That's the dream. That's the dream. All of us have,
Yeah.
I pray for that.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming on my channel, man. I really appreciate you guys. Anytime you guys need me to go on, or I just want to go on. So if you guys want somebody else to come on there to talk, invite me. I want to come. So because I'll talk Knicks with anybody. I don't care. And I enjoy you guys' company. I like to talk to you guys about different
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, not just the Knicks. On this channel too, I like to talk about social stuff. I mean, was talking about City of God, the movie. I like to talk about social things because basketball, social, music. Oh, I wanted to ask you about what's number one, a samba or a bossa nova? Which one?
Em Brasil, now, acho que é sertanejo. Now, né,
Oh,
Bruno? Do you agree?
yeah,
It's
man.
sertanejo?
Yeah, man. If I can say to you, I like samba, I like bossa nova, of
Yeah.
course. But I think number one popular here, just like Victor mentioned, yeah, sertanejo, funk here. We have
Sing
a
country.
yeah, yeah,
Understand, né?
I
yeah.
get it.
Not
Yeah,
not the same, but
yeah, yeah. We have here this type of music. I'm not say it's bad. I'm not saying, but I'm not like, for example, it's not my it's not the type of I like, for example. Yeah,
Metallica.
Victor.
I don't need, né? I don't need. I love rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll is just like the Knicks, universal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have one thing. I need to say I enjoy the moment and say about this. I love one thing is not it's popular, but it's not and have a music inside. Is capoeira is a martial art,
Yeah.
and I'm so passionate and I'm so this is why I'm saying it's too hard because I have a lot of
Bruno
passions
very
in my
good.
life.
Bruno very good in capoeira. Bruno
Oh
very
yeah,
good.
thank you, man. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying is tough because I need to training. I need to talk about the Knicks because I love the Knicks. I need to talk. I need to say. I need to say about Atlético Mineiro, the team I'm fan here in the soccer here in Brazil. So it's a lot of things, but for example, when I have a time, and of course, because I really love this team, just like everybody, all the Nick fans in the world, of course. Is impossible to mention the love,
Yeah.
but I really love this team, and doesn't matter the result, I was still here. Yeah, and hopefully with with the things change and we have a bright future, we can say that okay, you remember the last time we talked, for example, or we talked in the past and saying about the Knicks, and the Knicks struggle a lot, and we're ready. We are contenders. You understand? We go to the playoffs, frankly. So this
Yeah.
is what I want for the future. But of course, I still here. It doesn't matter the results.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I would love to see you do Capoeira, man. I would love to
Yeah.
see all those things, man. The culture, just the world culture, just to hear the different things that these are things that we just don't have here. We don't have here, so it's just interesting to hear you guys talk about it because I can see the way that you talk about it because there's things here in the states that we talk about, our culture that's different than yours. So it's interesting. But at the same time, we all the same. We, you guys talk just the same way that I talk, about the same things, And I speak English and I don't speak it good. So,
No, and, and
you know?
and one more thing, I will finish here. If the people want to argue or say disagree with me in the future, they are free to say everything, man. I don't worry. I'm here just talking about the Knicks, and in the future, the people want to say the things they disagree with me, and of course, me and Victor, all the Brazilian fans, because we disagree a lot inside our group, man. We fight a lot. It's complicated. I know it's hard and sometimes a lot of passion, but feel free to say what you want and what the people really thinks about the team, because we here we have a respect. It's a different when the Victor mentioned, because the people joke around with the Knicks here. They joking with the disrespectful way. You understand? They don't respect the Knicks. They don't respect what we think, and it's still complicated because this. But feel free with the Knicks fans. I mean, for example, I love your job. I love the channel, man. I love what the people doing. So for us, doesn't matter if the people disagree or not. We this is what. We discuss for the good. Understand? It's not something just for the respectful way.
Yeah. And listen, if they want to talk disrespectful, you kick them in the head, right, with the capoeira, right?
Yeah,
The spinning back kick, bow right to
yeah,
the head. Be careful with Bruno. Be careful.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, man. Listen, man. Thanks for hanging out. So, like I said, and invite me because I want to come. And if you guys want to come hang out with me one day, we could talk about anything. Definitely. Both of you guys.
I hope you, so many times, man. Ó, como é que é? Me caça e sucaça.
Yeah. But listen, I curse a lot in my casa. So sometimes I curse too much. Sometimes, like my dad. My dad is here. My dad, he always tells me, "Hey, man, you curse too much." Hey, listen, like he says here, it's all love. I love it. It's the passion. I can't help myself.
Ah,
Yeah, man.
Knicks aqui, ó. Tem até minha. Ó,
That's
aqui, ó.
nice. That's nice. I have my own
Aqui, ó.
cups too, man, but it's too far
Aqui,
away.
ó. My Funko, man. My Funko.
That's awesome, there. That's awesome. That's good.
That's
That's
my
good.
Funko Bert. I have so many things about the Knicks. Oh, my child, my daughter.
Yes, little baby. I got two
Ah,
little guys too, man. They in the room being good now because, I'm in a different studio. I was in a different spot. Now I had to move here. This is my kitchen. So,
man,
yeah, I see. I see
sorry.
you.
Sorry, my notebook. Sorry. You know my chroma key today. You know my chroma key.
Yeah,
My notebook, como é que é? It's better now, né? In the finish, my notebook. Sorry. Thank you, Bruno, né? In this live, né? Because my notebook, ó, like Randall.
yeah, that's how it goes, man. When you do lives, anything can happen. Sometimes I like people are talking and then the screen goes blank. I like, oh, but I can hear the people talking, but the screen is blank. But on this side doing like this, like trying to get it together. But that's what happens because we're not on ESPN. This is our home. This is our computer. So
Yes,
Yeah, man.
our internet is no good sometimes. So we got to do what
yes.
we have to do.
No, mas, it's a great pleasure, man. It's a great honor, a great pleasure. Our first, né, Bruno? Our first live in channel from the United States. Né?
International channel.
We,
Yeah, of
we,
course.
né? We bring channels for our channel, but not, né? It's the first, man. It's the first.
That's good, man. It makes me feel good, but then I also feel weird too because I want to do a good job. I want to make sure you guys
Take it.
talk so people can hear you guys. Hear your passion and hear your opinions and stuff. I want to make sure that everything is good like that. So I'm glad that everything worked out. And then, even though your computer broke down, I'm glad everything worked out, and I'm glad everyone got to see your personalities and to see how smart you guys are, how knowledgeable and all this. That was my goal. That's my goal for anybody that comes on this channel. That's my goal for everyone to just really show what they're made of. And the New York City wants to talk too now. You hear New York City in the background? New York City wants to talk too. Yeah, man. So,
I live in Sao Paulo. I super understand. I like the same, man. Like the
well,
same.
well, before we go, do you have anything that you want to promote? Anything else that you want to say before we go?
Man, I just want thank you from all the Americans in New York with support our project. I really really thank you. So has another personal see this life, not subscribe in our channel. Subscribe, people, subscribe in Knicks Fans Brasil and in YouTube. Support me and Bruno. Bruno, support me every day, people. Support me too. Help me.
Yeah, man, please.
So thank you. You have a great job. I love your job. I love your channel, nah? And so great, great. We'll be here with you in this life. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, my son is over there coughing too, man. So I definitely got to get out of here. So anyway, once again, thank you guys for coming in, and I'll definitely see you guys soon.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Take
Have a
care.
good night. Peace,
All right, man.
peace to the
Take care.
chat. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace,
Take
man.
care.
All right.